has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Exit, exit. 49, second.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kyle Rudolph. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. And it's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
13!
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check it back. Drive on. Kill.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
One set. Eyes up.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ezekiel Elliott, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Ross on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Garoppolo, and he's going to go down again. Sean Lee, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here we go. 180. 2.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Alert 3.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Carolina. Ezekiel Elliott, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Go ahead.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Look small. 51's Mike. Mike 50.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, That's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
That one, 28 yards on the ground. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as his guys continue to pour it on. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. 10th carry now for Elliott. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, hey. 3 down, 3 down.
Play action. Haskins going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Check. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. 3 down. 61. Match box.
They'll run with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On the ground, this is Williams. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Get him! Hey, look, it's great.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. A third down gain of 19.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Watch twins.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
2nd down at the Redskins' 4-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Jam him. On.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They start the drive on the ground, Kamara, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Mike 50, Mike. Go. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Open man has got one. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Our time. It's our time. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Taylor going to give now to Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Max 50. Max 50. Max box.
They run it again with Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Okay, bring up 50. Let's go. Hey, no. 50. Mike 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
big numbers. Big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I